Scotland's fisheries managers are warning of ecological disaster on some of our most iconic rivers. They're urging the Scottish Government to take action now to combat the effects of rising water temperatures. With this report, here's Colin White.
Anglers enjoying a day's fishing on the River Dee, but they'll be lucky to land a salmon.
I'm sure there are plenty of fish in the river, but they don't give themselves up very easily.
Catches are at their lowest levels since the 1950s.
Catches in recent years have shown that it really is approaching crisis point, so we really want to act now to prevent an ecological disaster.
Fisheries managers say climate change is causing rising temperatures in our rivers. That affects wild salmon and other species such as pearl mussels. Salmon is big business, creating jobs and pulling millions into local economies. Here on the Dee, they've embarked on a multi-million-pounds investment to plant more trees to create cooling shade and improve water quality.
We know there are significant problems facing our river. Scottish Government's own scientists are telling us that. We know we can do something about it by planting native trees to provide cooling shade. But government's existing policies are poorly designed to support that conservation work. We're simply asking ministers to join the dots and support conservation measures.
Planting trees in areas most susceptible to temperature change is expensive. Costs can include deer fencing, water gates and helicopters. Campaigners want urgent measures including river planting incentives, changes in planting density rules and more financial support for upland areas susceptible to extreme weather.
We know what needs to be done. We need to get more trees into the right places beside our rivers, but that work's currently hindered because the government's grant system is still geared towards commercial scale forestry for harvesting for commercial purposes, and it fails to adequately recognise the wider benefits of planting native trees for conservation purposes. So we really have to act now to maximise our ability to plant the right trees in the right places so that we can protect these vital ecosystems and prevent an ecological disaster.
The Scottish Government say they're still working on a national strategy to protect Atlantic salmon. They agree that planting trees does help to improve water quality and say they've already supported over 500 such schemes in the last 3 years in the fight against climate change. Colin White, STV News, on the River Dee.